would see, I have seen and understood, maybe I will give that example here on Hitler. Okay, how his signature has evolved and changed. I have seen writing where 80% is the correction required. Graphotherapy, now I introduce it. Graphology is the analysis. Graphotherapy is changing our writing to change our mindset. Every person is different. Every handwriting I receive is different. When you have done some work, you have to show up, you have to tell, I have done this, or I have given some input to this. When you have done something and you're not showing up, it is our mistake in our career growth later. Why people are suffering so much or thinking so much and struggling when there is the easiest solution? One are same, the mindset is same. We are in different places, working differently, our thoughts are different, but the stroke tells the same.
Welcome to yet another inspiring episode of the Learning Lounge, where leaders share podcast. In this podcast, we invite guests who bring fresh perspectives and curious minds, individuals who've been having something truly unique to share. And today, I'm delighted to introduce our guest, Tejaswini. Tejaswini is the founder of Wisdom in Words, a certified graphologist and handwriting coach dedicated to helping people unlock their emotional patterns, confidence, behavioral tendencies, and subconscious mind through the art and science of handwriting and signature analysis. With a background as an electrical engineer in aerospace industry, Tejaswini discovered the transformative power of graphology through her personal experience. By applying this insight from handwriting analysis, Tejaswini was able to enhance her own confidence, communication, and career prospects, which she now shares and empowers others. Over the past 4 years, Tejaswini has worked with over 120 professionals, guiding them through deep dive in their handwriting, in their assessing their handwriting, signature corrections, and personality decoding sessions. Tejaswini has also helped over 175 children improve their writing skills, confidence, and cognitive development through structured programs. Supporting parents, educators, HR professionals, learning teams, Tejaswini has been helping so many people. She helps people recognize their subconscious behaviors, stress indicators, burnout markers, and emotional imbalances reflected in their writing. So join us as we explore Tejaswini's journey, her insights into graphology, and the impact of handwriting analysis on personal and professional growth. A very warm welcome, Tejaswini. I'm so delighted to have you on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mom. To share the screen with you is a great blessing. Starting of this year. Thank you so much.
Twice, starting of a new year, and
Yes.
let's hope we are able to take the whole art and science of graphology to as many people as possible.
Yes.
Tejaswini, let me first ask you some questions that will help us understand you a little bit better.
Yeah.
So yes, whatever I've shared is from your profile and from your LinkedIn, whatever I could put together. So if I were to ask you, what is something about you that I've not read out yet, but would surprise people if they learn about you?
Okay. Maybe I feel I'm more planned or organized. I see to that things are on time, correctly, and I plan every small thing of my daily course also the same way. So that discipline, time management, uh, is my strength also, which
Lovely.
and it's been a routine. I won't feel that I'm doing something more. I'm putting more efforts in that. My mind is trained so, and it's been a practice to me. So I think that is my strength, and it's good.
Lovely. So glad. We'll have another podcast on Tejaswini's structuring, organizing, time management skills. Today's session is going to be focused on graphology. But before we jump into graphology, what are your hobbies or passions apart from graphology?
Yeah, I love listening to music.
Mhm.
There is
Any
no particular.
specific kind of music?
No, nothing like that. Anything music which suits me, any genre is fine. When instruments are fine, it's not that only that perfect singing is required. I listen to even Carnatic music, film songs, Bhava Gita, everything. So for me, music keeps me calm and relaxed in whatever mood I am. I'll come back to the balance, listening to music. So that is my great hobby, and reading newspaper, doing Sudoku. So all these small daily activities, but which gives me strength. Like if
Totally
I
agree.
don't want to miss those things, okay, I have not read newspaper, I have not completed my Sudoku, then I will start.
Awesome, awesome. And I was reading an article a couple of months ago that people who engage in Sudoku or the crosswords are people who can postpone their diseases like Alzheimer by 10 years. So I was like, oh wow, wonderful. Let's start playing games.
Yes, a brain gym.
Yeah,
Sudoku is a brain gym because calculations are happening. We are engaging all parts of our brain through Sudoku.
yeah.
We think only we are connecting nine numbers. We are seeing the blocks around, but there are many things happening. That's
Wonderful, wonderful. So my next question to you, Tejaswini, is there a personal value or philosophy that guides you in your day-to-day work or possibly life?
Yeah, I believe in work is worship. Okay, I won't segregate things as okay. This is my personal. This is my profession. Cooking also is a profession for me. Cooking is also like how much efforts I have to put in graphology or in my company. The same is done there. So daily course or taking care of family, how I see the same way I'm seeing the company also.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I believe every work is no work is less. Every work has its own importance. So work is worship is the tagline, and I think I follow it from my father more. He is the same person. Maybe I'm influenced from him in this taking those values and working on.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm sure our environment, which includes a big part of our environment, is our parents, and they may influence the way we think, the way we behave, the way we explore the world. So awesome. Since we are already talking about work, so would you be kind enough to share some highs and lows that you have experienced in your career so far?
Yes, I completed my electrical engineering. And then I started working in an aerospace industry for a cable harness.
Mhm.
So I worked there, started my career there, knowing nothing about the industry, seeing a floor full of men working, hardly two women employees there. It was a very different experience to me till what I have seen in college or in my teen.
Mhm.
Then this career. It was good. I sometimes felt proud that I am standing there in along with so many men working at their mindset, catching their mindset and working along with them. It was experience where there was highs and lows. I had to understand everything because it was a manufacturing industry was completely new to me. Uh,
And male dominated, yeah.
yeah, male dominated. So it was good. Sometimes proud, and when I'm doing work, yes, sometimes okay. There are many things to learn. There are things to learn from every individual, not only your manager or your colleague. Even a boy working on the floor, I have something to learn from them. So I was running away with one project with everywhere, every department, understanding things. Sometimes I used to feel, am I working in engineering department or in all the departments I am seeing? I used to gather information. Okay, this it's not only my part to complete. Okay, this is done. No, but how everything works on. For 5 years, I worked there. Joined as like a graduate trainee and came out as a product engineer in those 5 years. Then stepped into graphology.
Wonderful. What intrigued you to step into graphology?
My signature. So
Mhm.
I was very proud of my signature. I have designed it in my ninth standard. Okay,
Yeah,
before the
that's
10th
when you
pressure
prepare.
started.
Yeah, I remember that's when I started to figure out what my signature should look like. And I used to scribble on the last page of my notebooks to see which signature looks good. And finally, by the third day, I would have forgotten what my signature was and had to redesign. But yeah,
So I looked on my high school teacher's signature. Which style of them can I copy and write? My parents' signature, because my parents, my mother had a different style of signature and father had a different style. Okay, so two styles again. I have written the same way as you told. Even I wrote pages of something, and I was like, okay, this is fine. I felt okay, I'll continue this signature and I hold it on. I was very proud of my signature. In my office also, as I told her, there was a mom, how did you design this signature? Who is this? I can't know. No, sir, this is very stylish and I designed it in my high school. It's like I am very confident and speaking about my signature. Then I entered one session on understanding what your signature is telling. It's like a workshop thing. Okay, you do write few lines and do a signature. We will discuss on if this trait is there in your signature, this is the mindset or this is the thought process happening. Then I started listing 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm not getting one positive point. It's like my signature held all my fears, all my thoughts. It is like, okay, these many years, I'm very proud of it. And I understood this 5 years back, 4 years back. I had completed my almost 7 years of profession already. Okay. And whatever she's telling, it is matching exactly to me. Yes, I am like this. And few points, yes, in my high school, I was like this. Few, yes, still I am the same. Then I asked her, okay, how to take it forward? Now the signature is done. All these years I've carried to all the documents, everything. Then it's like, okay, I'll not change my signature. Let me understand completely. Then I took the course, did the certification, understand how the handwriting and signature is actually ruling us.
Wow.
So that's how I understood. And I could see, yes, if that signature told all those negative to me, and now I have identified it, I want to turn it to positive. I want to change myself. And every scenario, everything, if it is connecting to that fear or that inferiority of myself, I used to correct. No, this was my earlier decision, but now I have to be like this. So each time, each situation, practically correcting things. And fortunately, after learning handwriting analysis, I did my own handwriting analysis first. And I could find many positive points there. Then I got, okay, this is my core strength. But how I am seen to people or how I want to be seen is very much not supporting to me, to my career or something. Then all this graphology started. Then when I could see so much change in me, why not others? It is easy. Writing simple letters in the right way, or say designing a signature. If a teenager is helped in designing a correct signature, then obviously their career growth profession will be fine, will excel. So that is what I felt, and I stepped into graphology.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing this story around how you encountered graphology and how that nudged you to, read more, study more, become more learned about graphology. For some commoners like us who really don't know exactly what graphology is, could you really simplify the term for us in layman language?
Yeah. So it's a Greek word, graphology. Okay. So obviously, grapho means writing and logy is study. So studying about writing is what graphology. And whatever you have written, it's not the content we see. You write your own personal day, how it was. We don't matter. You see some article and write. We are not going to read those words, paragraphs, sentences. No, how you have written each letter, how you have filled the paper, how it is presented, how is the pressure slide. Or we are seeing only the micro things on the letter. We are not seeing it as a paragraph or reading the paragraph, seeing the content. So graphology is not what are you writing? What you write, you know to your you know to your mind.
Yeah.
But how you're writing is subconscious mind. How you're writing is telling on the mind, your mindset, and that is the analysis which is done.
Lovely. You're already connecting writing to our subconscious mind. So I will extend that to a question, Tejaswini. How does handwriting connect to neurology, psychology, subconscious mind? How do you build that connect for us?
See, our brain has millions of neurons. Okay. Each neuron has its own work. That now this is the situation, it is going to work the same way. If you touch the hot water, obviously you're taking your hand back. Yes, that is a trained in your when you're a small kid, only you've trained your mindset that if you're touched hot, you have to come away from it. So whenever you're in that situation, the same neuron works and you're playing the same way. your morning routine, you're following the same way because you're trained your mindset. You won't think for your daily activity. You know where is your key when you're before you're traveling. Like you just pick the key and you move onto the vehicle.
Correct.
That is a daily activity. You need not think every day. Okay, where is my key? Because it is aligned, it is placed, and you know. So it is a daily activity for you. So you're training. So what is that happening? That time your neuron will work. Yes, key, it is here. You're not thinking. Your subconscious mind is only doing that. Okay. What you are thinking, the when you're traveling on the road, how you're that is on spot, that presence of mind is required. That is your mindset when you're traveling, but you are not looking for. And that also acts to muscle memory. Like when you're driving, also that also links to muscle memory. So this neurons is always changing. It is not like your age 18, it is developed. Age 5, only this million neurons are there. You have to have for this lifelong, you have to maintain this. No, it increases, it decreases. Why it is decreasing? If you are not using it well, the neurons die. If we are very creative, if we are using our, like I don't know, Sudoku also, or doing some logical thinking patterns, doing some activities, tasks that is engaging our brain, neurons develop each day. And if you are thinking something negative, or you're overthinking, or you're targeting a person, or they're having some negative emotion in you, neurons die. And to regain that neurons, you have to again feel positive mindset in yourself to increase, to get back to that level of neurons. So if we are training our writing, now why our writing is there? So the same thought process, all the nerves from brain are connected to every part of the body, and whatever our mind is there which it is not able to express in the way of speech or in the way of non-verbal communication, also sometimes on body language, everything comes on paper. How is it coming? The same way. So why graphotherapy? Now I introduce it. Graphology is the analysis. Graphotherapy is changing our writing to change our mindset.
Wow.
Okay. So when we are writing the pattern, okay, I have to reduce my stress. I'm writing a pattern. Obviously, my neurons will change. It will align. Okay, the practice of this letter is this way, or this pattern I'm practicing. I think minimum 2 weeks, your thought process on that situation will change. It may be if your health, your thought process, your mindset, your finance, or how you are with environment. There are every aspect we are able to analyze. So which one we have to change, we can change. So that's how it's like a coordination between our brain, our muscle, our thoughts, our subconscious mind, everything coming on paper.
Wow. So what you're saying is, if I decide to change my or I can decide to change how I'm leading my life by making subtle changes in my writing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Indeed powerful. Indeed powerful. Okay. I'm going to get to a little bit lighter topics here before we dig deeper into graphology. So imagine, Tejaswini, you now have the power to analyze writing of any historical figure.
Yeah.
Whose would that be, and why would you choose that person?
I have seen and understood, maybe I will give that example here on Hitler. Okay, how his signature has evolved and changed. His signature was straight, like a normal, how we write in a line. Okay, this way. Over the years, how it changed and how weak he became. Okay, we all have seen like Hitler is one military man who is very strong. Right? He also had that mindset. Even he is a human, he can't be the same person. Okay, even there are many factors affecting him, and how his mind reduced, his signature, in signature, it was seen. His signature at last years and all, it was just dripping down. It actually dripped down. So, what is that signature dripping down is telling? It's not that Hitler was not healthier or good to hold the pen and write. No, how its mindset was. He felt himself not, it's like I'm not able to control something, or what is happening, I'm not able to control myself, I'm feeling inferior, or I am going down. He had all these thoughts inside him. He felt he is insufficient. He is not like, though he had done many great things, he was that strong person controlling thousands of people. He felt that no, I'm not capable of, I'm not sufficient to handle his own things. At last years and all, his signature was just dripping down. He lost confidence on himself.
Wow.
Okay, so this is how the difference is seen actually. Many celebrities will have their signature artistic way. If an instrumentist signature, you can also see they will try to fit their instrument in their signature.
Really?
Yes, yes, a sitar, a veena, a symbol will be there, and below that or above that, they will do write their name. And every time they do their signature, they'll involve that. It is a part of their signature. Very creative, very artistic people will have. Some will write mask will be there, and then their signature will be there, and that is also their creative and their signature. So they won't feel bad, okay, 20 signatures I have to do and every time I have to do this. No, that is their identity. That is how they want to be portrayed to the people. So that's how they involve their profession also in their signature. Why always see signature is we attending a function, we attending some personal some professional meeting, going outside, presenting ourselves to the people outside. Handwriting is what we are in our home with our close circle. When signature is involved, many things. Why Hitler's signature dripped below? Because he could not control the outer one. He lost himself control. He could not do anything after that. So he felt that lonely, that low confidence, and he felt himself as incapable. But few artists, they want to be always recognized with their profession, so they involve that in their signature.
Wow.
So that's how it goes.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Tell me about one surprising or amusing thing that you have discovered with all the handwriting readings that you've done.
Okay, on all this analysis, okay, every person is different. Every handwriting I receive is different. Okay. Uh, 2 or 3 same points, or maximum 10 similar points, but the way the person is seen is different through the writing. I have seen a writing where person writes right in middle of the page.
Okay.
Here also right side and left side margin is so wide. The page is A4 size, but the person tries to fit in the between, giving large margin. Okay. Then I was like, why are you writing like this? Because at least when, see, in our school also we have learned along the margin we start writing.
Yeah.
And then next to the margin. And I was like, why so much width is given on this right hand side, left hand side, both, that too, correctly in the middle. It's like some circular written, some designing is there in between, and both the sides it is plain. So I was like, that person thought process is that way. Even he knows that he has to write from margin, but he is not ready. He is choosing to write there because it's of his thought process. He was also trained in school, no, right, to write. So it's not that our habits will always be there. Writing he has done for 15 years in school, college, and still he sits there. And how you fill the paper tells about how you use your opportunities.
Oh.
Some people, I'll tell them to write at least 2 to 3 paragraphs and do your signature below. That is the common instruction given to analyze the writing. The person writes only 1 paragraph. No, this is, I think, no, that you can analyze in this. And some person fills till the last. It is easily seen how they're using their opportunity. The sheet is completely yours. You have to fill. Whatever you want, you write. I give them complete freedom. You write about yourself. You take some article. You copy some from book and write, or what you're interested in, write about that. If you're interested in sports, if you're interested in some personality, write about that. They write, but how they are filling the paper is in their thought process way. Like some will write 2 paragraphs. Yes, ma'am. 4 lines they will write. 2 paragraphs done. So it's like they're not, one thing is using opportunity, one thing they don't want to let themselves know. They're hiding.
Why should somebody know me? Yeah.
It's not me knowing, no. I'll be telling about them and counseling them, but they don't want to show up. It's not only in this way, that will in their career also, in their house also, the same way. No, when you have done some work, you have to show up, you have to tell, I have done this, or I have given some input to this. When you have done something and you're not showing up, it is our mistake in our career growth later, right?
Absolutely.
So every
Very
handwriting is
interesting.
different.
Very interesting. Tejaswini, have you ever tried to, glance at somebody writing and gauged, oh, they're feeling sad, they're feeling happy? Have you been able to gauge that?
Yeah, I can gauge, but I've not gone through that.
Okay.
Means I have not done so. When someone is writing, okay, I'll just see and see. When they're writing only, I'm not taking that risk.
Okay.
Let them write freely is what. But on spot signature analysis, I've done. The person doing the signature, I'll start telling about them.
Wow.
Your signature is this way. On spot, I give signature analysis.
Hmm.
For handwriting, yes, I will know, but I don't want to always think on the same way
Yeah.
because a known person or unknown person, judging by only a little amount of handwriting sample or by one stroke, I don't like that.
Hmm.
Let them have their own time. Let them write. Let them give because first two, three lines, whatever we write now, that is in our control of mind. Okay, I'm submitting my handwriting.
Yeah.
Or okay, I have to write neatly. In June, every student writes no fresh book. They will start with writing neatly. Then in September, October, their handwriting will fade.
Yeah.
Because the interest is there in writing, they're very confident and do things.
Hmm.
So that's how it begins there. So after three, four lines, what you are writing is your subconscious mind which takes the control. That is what I'm telling is you can't always write mindfully.
Huh.
Mindful writing is not happening. How much you can focus and write, you know only the content to write the focus. You
Correct.
can't decide I'll stop T here, I'll turn, I'll give curve for E here. We can't think on that. So that is our subconscious mind it will take.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Tejaswini, if there was magic possible, and I asked you, what is that one superpower you wished that all graphologists had? What would you wish for as your superpower?
All graphologists,
Hmm.
maybe the opportunity to experience this to every individual around us.
Ah,
That
very
is
interesting.
yes, because it's very easy. You change your writing, you do simple solution. You practice for 2 years. You believe that you daily do your journaling, you keep on writing, it will help.
Hmm.
If I believe that every graphologist will feel why people are suffering so much or thinking so much and struggling, then there is the easiest solution.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I hope through this podcast, more and more people get to know about graphology and know that there are simpler ways to bring about positive change in their lives. A little bit about history of graphology, Tejaswini. Could you walk us through how has graphology evolved in the form as we experience it today?
So Aristotle had once told a line, okay,
Hmm.
like speech is how we are expressing our thoughts and ideas,
Hmm.
and handwriting is visual form of speech.
Oh.
In handwriting, we are able to see whatever our thoughts or ideas are there.
Hmm.
Okay, then so that is like people knew about this in 330 BC roughly.
Hmm.
But something on handwriting is linked to our mindset. People were aware. Then in 18th century, Magellan gave the name graphology.
Hmm.
Then there are many German scientists, Swiss people who have worked on this, analyzed thousands of papers, like forming the theory. Okay, this is what is happening. Okay, that is done. Maybe in 1870s, people have worked on more
Hmm.
and given those ideas. In India, like late 20th century, we started to understand more on this, and it's going on well. There are many in America. There were institutions later on, like society formed for graphologists and handwriting.
Oh. Hmm.
Okay, so there were a group of people who are working on this. Did many researchers. They all had started way back in 19th century.
Hmm.
It was there. And now here in India, Kolkata is having an institute training them, and a main institute works there from Kolkata. Now there are many graphologists who are working. Maybe we have all got this, whatever we are analyzing today, is there all efforts which are done years back together, centuries back together. They
Yeah.
have gone through. And we human are same, the mindset is same. We are in different places, working differently. Our thoughts are different, but the stroke tells the same. It may be any person, any region. While analyzing handwriting, we can't know which religion, what is the age of the person, or it's not like telling about future or your fortune. What you are is seen through writing.
Yeah, you bring out a very valuable point of what graphology is and what it is not. Uh,
Yes.
so, if I were to ask you, are there any misconceptions about graphology that you could help clear today?
Yes, people think, as I told you, people think, okay, can I know my future? That
Mm,
is one biggest thing where many people question me. Okay, can I know this? No, you can't know, but I can guide your career.
mm,
Your thought process is this, you have to choose this type of career, I can guide you. I
yeah,
can't tell you, okay, in 5 years you will be this, in 10 years you will have this.
yeah,
That is not there. So that is a misconception. And you can't see everything as, okay, graphology is a pseudoscience. That is also a tag which always comes. It's not a pseudoscience. Science is involved. We have to understand. And I feel no 90% will be same. Okay, if I'm not giving 100 also, 90% of the analysis is always same.
mm,
And for me, till now, for me, 100% result is there. In this 4 years, how many handwriting analysis I have done, signature analysis I have given, no one has told, no, this point is not reflecting in me. You're something telling new to me. No. But for me, it is 100% working. I tell maximum if there are people, there are speaking about both negative and positive terms on graphology. I can tell, okay, at least 90% is easily understandable, and you understanding 90% from your writing and your upgrading is more than enough to excel in life.
absolutely.
Easiest way. That is what I'm going to suggest everyone.
Yeah, thank you for busting these myths for us, Tejaswini. Um, if I were to ask you, what are some practical uses of graphology in everyday life? What would you say?
Micromanagement, maybe. I
Mm,
won't tell everyone will be good at everything. Maybe sometimes a job is asking something from us, some skill is required, and we are struggling for it.
mm,
Maybe in our part of life, in priorities in personal life may be different. We have to align with both,
yeah,
right? And at that time, what is your priority? How your mindset should be. That is seen through analysis, and that will guide you well. So
sure.
that is for day-to-day activities or daily environment that will really help us.
For who all is graphology helpful? Who can be audiences for graphology?
Anyone and everyone. That is my. There is no age limit.
Age.
Okay, you can involve kids from 4 to 5 years. Ask them to write the letters in right way, or give them to help in patterns so that their mindset will improve, their concentration, grasping power will improve.
Mm,
In which position or which frame of life you are, graphology fits in, and it will help you. You
mm,
are in a teen, you want signature help. You are in a teen, you want to take your career growth. For your career, what is your mindset? Is your mind theoretical? You are good at theory? Are you good at logic? Are you good at analytical? What subject you have to take? How good are you with your communication with others? So, which profession and which that communication will help you? Or if no, if nothing is matching, how to improve? The answer is also in graphology through graphotherapy.
mm,
So that's how students will get.
mm.
Adults will like to have that self-awareness, to have emotional clarity, to manage stress, work pressure. So where we all fit in with middle-aged life.
Yeah.
Yes, after maybe after some time, now after 50, 55, you have to have relaxed mindset, calm mindset. You need not rush and do things.
Mm,
Okay. Then also, yes, graphology will help. You are overthinking how to come out of it.
brilliant.
Okay. Now you have high stress level, how to come out of it.
Wonderful.
So
Wonderful.
everyone and anyone can use graphology and Excel.
Very nice. Um, how can parents engage with graphology?
Graphology will help in parenting their child. Their parenting journey will be very easy
Mm,
with graphology. So they need not tell their kid, okay, don't be stubborn. They did not tell their kid, okay, you should do this. And sometime at some point of time, child will start hating their parent. Okay, she's going to guide me, he is going to tell me now.
Yeah.
You just be with them as a friend and give them this writing habits. That is more than enough. The child will be what you are asking for or what you love to see your child. Where you love to see your child. Handwriting will help you there. So parenting journey is very clear. There won't be much gap between parent and child, especially after their in their preteen and teenagers, where there's always a small conflict between parent and child that can be easily vanished. Okay, through writing. That can be done. So parenting will be easy, and also parents can understand what their child is going through. The child may not tell everything what they are feeling. They can't express.
Yeah.
And
The writing will give away a lot of information.
yes. So through writing, okay, my child is this. For this behavior of my child, he or she is reacting this way.
Yeah.
So we are seeing only the actions from them, reactions from them, and we are telling them. But what is the behind? What is the root cause for that reaction from the child? That root cause is seen through writing. Maybe you need not tell the child and change the writing. Okay. You know, if a parent has got to know for this reason my child is reacting this way. Let the parent help in overcoming that situation.
Yeah.
Helping the child, the reaction will obviously change.
So if the parent focuses on helping the child overcome their challenge in the moment, will the child's writing also change and evolve?
Yes.
It will.
The writing will change. Writing will change. If, however, it will help for everyone also, for adults also. If you have targeted some issue and I want to correct this, you are writing some pattern and some few letter corrections or the way of writing, obviously your thought process will change. And next, after few weeks you write, it will not be seen. And there are some basic characters which it's us, we won't live. So those things will always be there with us, and handwriting will not change. Some 10-20% from our childhood, from our environment, we are that. It's our strength also. It'll be there. Like that's a strong foundation. So that will not change over the years. Few will change according to the priority, according to the thought process, everything.
Curious question here, Tejaswini. If you are doing my writing analysis and I give you a paragraph in Hindi, in English, and Tamil, will it still give the same results?
Macro level of analysis will give the same results. Okay, that is how you are filling the paper. What is the pressure? What is the slant? What is the space between the words? All those things will give me the same analysis output. Okay. In depth, I'm going to see for English. So graphology will work in depth clearly for English language. It is designed or it is framed. It is understood. It is for English scripture. The researchers are done in English scripture and given. For any native language, it will work at micro level. At least you will know about yourself for 30 to 40%. 30 to 40% easily from macro level we can understand. And even the signature also. Sometimes signature is not always in English. People writing their signature in their native language also. Yes, then also signature holds fine. Then on the same pattern we are seeing, we are looking for same strokes, same way of writing, and language is not a barrier for signature. We will see well macro level and still depth can be done. At least 70% of signature in any language you write we can do. Macro level of handwriting analysis can be done.
Wonderful. All right. To lighten the mood, Tejaswini, I'm going to ask you some, I call it this or that questions. I'm going to give you two options. Don't think too much. Very quickly, whatever comes to your mind, the first choice you're going to share. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Fountain pen, gel pen?
Gel.
Okay. Any reason?
No, I just love from my childhood.
Wonderful. Next one. Cursive writing, print writing?
Cursive writing.
Because
maybe no, in school I started with cursive and we learned. But no, into graphology and all, print is something which I won't suggest also on her way. So comparing to print, cursive would be better. So that's what I would see.
Analyzing signatures versus long page writings.
Signature.
Signature intrigues you more. Okay. Old handwritten letters versus emails.
Old handwritten letters.
That I would have guessed. Okay. A quick doodle or a quick sketch?
Sketch.
You love sketching.
Yes.
Would you prefer to analyze your own writing? Would you prefer to analyze somebody else's writing?
I do both. I do analyze my writing.
You still continue to analyze your writing?
Yes, whenever my mindset is not fine, I want to figure out what I should overcome or what is making me struggle. I write once in depth. I won't see what I have to analyze. I'll go through once. So often, at least I'll do some 5 to 6 months once. I'll analyze my writing, in which state I am or what is required to me.
Wonderful. This is not a this or that question, but I'm curious. Does the color that you choose to write in also have something to do with how you show up as a person?
Yeah, it will be there. Some won't prefer red, green. Some won't prefer even blue. They'll settle with black.
Yeah.
It also shows how you are ready to open up and show up yourself. Like
Wonderful.
black
Keep
is
it
somewhat
post the podcast. I'll tell you my favorite color. You can tell me what that might be.
sure.
Wonderful. So, Tejaswini, who can consider graphology as a career? Are there any particular skills and competencies necessary? Only then you can master graphology, or who is it for?
Graphology is for one who are like psychology students. Topmost will be them who are already trained in counseling and doing things. And it's not restricted only, okay, they have to do or they understand well. Anyone can learn graphology also. But a skill which is required is how do you present the analysis what you have done. So the counseling takes a major part in the way. Now, making a certification, understanding, analyzing the writing and noting down the points. Okay, this is the person, character is or behavior, personality, and but how you are presenting it to the same person.
Yeah.
You're telling about their life, their situations, their thoughts, and that is a great skill which is required. And people must be open to see positive changes, see others grow.
Yeah.
That mindset should be there. So one skill is obviously counseling to present whatever the analysis is done, to believe in what they are doing and how they are expressing their analysis to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is my
Imagine,
skill.
because as a graphologist, I'm assuming there may be some unpleasant, unfavorable, not so positive information also that you might have to share. And that has to be done in a way that is not hurtful, that is respectful, forward moving. Yeah.
I have seen writing where 80% is the correction required. But what we have to do, we have to tell first 20% and give them the confidence that that is your strength. But these are the changes what you have to make.
Lovely.
And they will improve. People have come back to me for second time analysis. Last year or 6 months back, you had given me this and I've practiced it. My thought process has changed. And now I am in this situation. I want your guidance. There are 4 to 5 people who have come back to me in these 4 years. Within 1 year or 6 months, there are people.
How long does it change for your writing to change or evolve?
There's like 1 month, 3 weeks. I obviously take instant within 1 day. If the writing is given within 24 hours, I'll analyze. Within 48 hours, I'll give them the counseling. That is what I'm following. And maximum, I feel it will hold for some 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
It's not that completely
Here
the
and now.
analysis will change. Completely the analysis won't change.
No, not
But
the analysis, the writing. So if I
writing.
come to you for counseling today and I
Yes.
come to you after a month, would my
Yeah.
writing have changed?
Yes.
It would
Yes, you're writing. It's not that I won't tell you everything will be changed because some you are, but what correction I've given that would have corrected, or due to that some other improvement also would have happened. Sometimes what happens, we will be guiding them and fixing one issue. Now, another positive 2, 3 from that will be linked. I would have told them on sports or on creative.
Yeah.
With that mindset, they would have built their logic, they would have built their skills, right? We will not know. So there are positive things also. Then I'm surprised, yes, this is linked to this. That's why the change is seen in both ways.
Awesome. Awesome. So, for somebody who wants to build a career in graphology, what guidance would you give? Are there courses, certifications? What can they read up? How should they build this capability?
Yeah, there's nothing like you have to do degree in this only, you have to do PN arts, you have to be in psychology only, nothing. Even I am a science student who is doing graphology. So your basic education is fine. It is in any part of department, that is fine.
Hmm.
But you have to have the interest first, that communication, and the person must be extrovert, the person must be outgoing, the person must. Now I have to tell about myself also when I'm giving counseling with my life experience. I'll tell only about you. I don't why you should know about me. That should not be the
Yeah.
attitude. Okay, you should be free. Or it's like a comedian makes comedy on himself also.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
same, the same will work here also. You should have that mindset that this, whatever this one session I'm giving, will help them for the lifetime.
Hmm.
They may take important decisions on you, and you should not say, in dilemma, you should not give any uh, analysis or
Recommendations.
counseling
Yeah.
also. In peace of mind, you have to analyze. I do take minimum 30 to 40 minutes to analyze. Okay, signature I can do on spot, but handwriting I need that time, and I do that only on early mornings because I am calm. I am not influenced by my own thoughts or my own thing. I'll be free. I should not, in my mindset also, I should not. I should only see the writing, do that.
Yeah.
And if a known person, it's not that I'll know every day. You should not have that. Like I have seen that person, and I know that
Yeah.
is he like this? Is she like this? Or she may not be. I will manipulate. I know her, she may not be like this. No, she may be. You have not seen that face. So when you're giving analysis to a known person, no, you should not have that image what you have. It may be
Yeah.
reflection or
Yeah.
image. You have to
It's
only
not
difference through the
what you
writing.
believe about the person, it's what the writing is telling
Ah,
about the person.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. So sometimes within my friend circle, what I have done analysis. Initially, I did to my circle only, my family, my friends, everyone. I gave the analysis. Then I was like, okay, this part is also there. But I didn't like. I don't didn't want to correct those analysis because I know the person.
Yeah.
No, this is telling is this your are you facing this? Are you good at this? I don't know.
Hmm.
And when I'm giving that, I'm not going to involve any relation or something. Just a new client to me, I'm going to speak the same way. I don't want to mix both when I'm doing to a known person. And I would suggest anyone, you should not manipulate knowing the person earlier. They
Yeah.
should think on what's on the writing. That's all. Give them the counseling, tell them their strength, give them that confidence, tell what they have to improve, give them that suggestion, how you have to improve. So to see people around you stay happy, grow well, no, that mindset should be there. The extrovert person must be there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, any course program that you would recommend for our listeners here?
Yeah, there are certification courses which start from 3 months. Okay, for 3 months you can learn graphology. 6 months course, and if you are looking into like institutions in Kolkata which is doing only on handwriting, there are many other institutions. You will have a like diploma degree, a certificate of this much is done, and there are many YouTube learning also which happens because there are many graphologists who have put their thoughts. See, it's like graphology and mindset to understand,
Hmm.
graphology and connecting it to your 7 chakras, how you write, graphology and numeric graphon numo, that is also there. So
Hmm.
there are different ways of graphology, and even I am also learning. Every time it evolves, every time it is adding. It's the base foundation is set. You add on things and
Yeah,
you look.
yes, yeah. And
The
as you can already see the field or the study of graphology evolving by the day, where do you see graphology heading in the next, say, 5 years or 10 years?
it will be a part of more in recruitment. Now it is there. but it is not that adaptable to everyone. I won't think there are many companies who are working in recruitment. They have graphology analysis as a part of, but I think it will be more effective in future years, where most of the companies will take that at recruitment stage. Schooling can take to excel their child. Okay. Schooling now, many IGCSE syllabus has handwriting as a subject. Many syllabus have handwriting as a course, like weekly one class is done to a child to improve their writing. Maybe when in the large scale it is known that even mindset can be done through handwriting, the schools will be very eager to mold the child.
Yeah.
Uh, and
One
graphology to be
question.
known to
Yes,
many.
please complete. Please complete.
Graphology has to be known to many. It's like many see if I'm hearing the term very first time. What is it?
Very true.
So
Very.
in future years, it'll. I hope it'll move large. People will have those awareness at least, and take it.
Yeah. So when you're talking about recruiting, one very funny thought came to my mind. So I'm going to ask it. Can somebody fake their writing? You are my interviewer. I want to show you that I'm really confident and smart and knowledgeable. Can I fake my writing?
No, how much you can fake? As I don't know. First two three lines you can fake. But
Mm.
you would have given a sample for one sheet. Not simple. What they'll ask, huh? Write about India, write about yourself. In the large scale, where you can write things, where you know the points, that
Mm.
will be given. They won't give some difficult points where you will finish for four lines and tell, okay, this is all I know. If they
Mm.
give about India, everyone will write at least 10 to 15 lines.
Mm.
If they tell to write about yourself, everyone will write. And how constantly you put effort, no, it will be seen. Only two, three lines of initial first lines of paragraph. Maybe you can control, not after that.
Not after that.
And even interviewers won't tell that, okay, this is for recruitment and all. They will have another procedure to tell you why you're writing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So they'll do those things.
Interesting. One last question before we wrap up, Tejaswini. How has graphology impacted you in your life?
It has given me a new career,
Mm.
which I had not even thought of when I was working earlier. Okay, it has given me a lot of strength, and I have discovered that I had this strength to give good counseling, to understand people, to help others. Even I had not thought that I have that skill to do much well. And to stand for it for this 4 years, or even I have lows and highs, but building this strongly ahead of my career, this has helped me very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Any final words for the audience who will be listening to this podcast?
Be yourself. Don't get influenced easily. Like if someone is suggesting you something, no, dig deeper. Okay, why is that happening? Because now informations are very quick. We get every second we are getting some new information, and we will believe, right? Okay, this is there. Okay, this is the news only, or this is the right information. So don't be carried away along with millions. Understand, give some pause. Okay, that is what I would suggest. Don't get influenced easily.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tejaswini. It's been such a wonderful discussion. You're very transparent, honest. You have the knack of explaining things in a very simple way, and I'm guessing your clients enjoy that about you, that you're not complicating the topic with the word itself. Graphology sounds so heavy that you're really simplifying it for your audiences. Thank you so much, and I'm sure our audience is going to love listening to this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts, my experience, and put it forward so that it reaches many people, and many will be benefited by graphology. Thank
My wish
you.
is exactly that. Let more people know about graphology. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.